welcome back to my channel. And well, clap if you already recorded this full video this morning and you actually woke up early to record this video and you recorded the entire video and then you realized that you hate your makeup in that video. But you didn't realize that until like 4 p.m. when you were trying to edit it and you could not get over the makeup, how horrendous it was. So you actually decided to re-record, but your phone, for some reason, is not detecting that you deleted all the footage from your phone. So then you cannot record there because there's not enough storage. So then you got your old phone that you found on a box out, which is like at 4% battery while it's recording this, but you had to set it up again fully because, well, of course you deleted everything from this phone, so nothing is set up, not even your iCloud account. So you had to reset your entire phone just to record this because the other phone still decides to tell me that I have no storage. As you can see, I'm having a very, very good day. So I am not satisfied about the makeup, the hair, anything at all. But we are not going to make any comments about it because if you comment on it, I am honest to God going to crash out. Not only because of that, also because I am in general in a very stressful situation right now as I'm moving countries. So I really wanted this video to turn out good because it's the last video I will ever record in this room. I mean, never say never, but yeah, last time I left for a year, so I knew that I was coming back and I left most of my stuff here. But this time I have to move all my stuff out of this room because I am actually fully leaving and this room is going to become my brother's room. So yeah, I'm leaving the country to live in another country. Anyway, there will be vlogs coming about this. But yeah, it's been a while since you've seen me, and that is also because I was on vacation, then on vacation again, and I wanted to edit those 2 vlogs of both vacations, and I just stressed and I didn't. I will probably get to that at some point, hopefully soon, but until then, this is what you have. Hello, how are you? Good to see you again. So after this very, very chaotic introduction, we are going to get into the point of this video, which is talking about physical media, I guess, or physical media in music and my collection, my vinyl collection and my CD collection. So my physical media music collection. And well, I love physical media mostly because I'm a very tactile person, so I like holding things. So for example, like even if I love a book that I've read on my phone, on my Kindle, whatever, I'll probably get it later on. Like I will probably get it whenever I can afford it because I really love like the act of underlining my quotes and then like the act of going through the pages later on and looking at all the quotes that I actually loved and all the scenes that I loved and stuff like that. So with books, which is like the main purpose of this channel, which is what you have seen the most, you have seen me talk about books for a very, very long time. At this point, I've been running the channel for 3 years, and yeah, with books I've already made my point clear, but I feel like I've never shown you my music collection, and there's no better time than right now, mainly because I am not going to be able to take it with me. But all these vinyls are going to stay here for I don't know how long. I am moving to a student apartment, so I cannot afford, first off, I cannot afford like monetarily to take my record player and all my vinyls to another country because like the shipping of that is going to cost money, and I already have enough stuff, enough trash that I have to take with me. But on the other hand, there's also the fact that like I am moving into a student apartment with another person, so there's there's no physical space to put all of this stuff on. We're going to get into that. As I said, I have everything separated. So first I'll show you mine, and then I'll show you my brother's, and then my mom's, because I also have a ton of my mom's vinyls. My record player is not the best record player, not gonna lie. I'm going to try and show you. So I know that the general opinion on record players that are like the suitcase record players is not good, but I got this during the pandemic. Literally, this was my present during the pandemic because my birthday present was going to be going on a student trip to Paris, and then turns out that for some reason, lockdown, the trip was cancelled. So then my parents basically got me this record player and 1 vinyl of my choice. We are not going to talk about my record player any further. Whenever I have my forever apartment, I'll probably get a good record player that will be sleek and will be very nice, very same quality. But for now, this is what we have. So as I said, when I got that record player, my parents decided to give me that record player and 1 vinyl of my choice. So this is the vinyl that I chose at the time, my very first vinyl, and it's Fine Line by Harry Styles. This was not that old at the time actually, but it's fun to think about it because I actually I was between this one and Heartbreak Weather by Niall Horan, and because at the end of the day those are the ones that I still listen to from One Direction. Like, not gonna lie, I did not listen to Liam Payne at all, and then Louis and Zayn also were not my cup of tea, but Harry Styles and Niall Horan are some that I still listen to. And at the time, I was between this one or Heartbreak Weather by Niall Horan. And I ended up going for this one because the day when I went to the store, it was actually discounted. Like, it was right after lockdown, like one of the first days that we could get out and like go to stores, and stores started to open. And I went to the record store, and they had this one for like super discounted price for no reason. And I was like, okay, you're coming with me. And basically that's why this one is my very, very first vinyl. I'm going to show you how they look. Like some of these have like either pretty colors or patterns or something. So I'm like the new ones, the ones that are mine, my brother's, I'm going to show you how they look. The ones that are my mom's, they're all pretty old. So it's just like the normal regular black color, and that's it. And this is how it looks. It looks very, very pretty, not gonna lie. I actually love when artists get a little bit creative with the design, or like in general with the design of the vinyl. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I would not pay extra for having the vinyl a certain color or for having the vinyl with a certain texture, whatever. But I do love when they do it. It's like a nice little detail. Now, my second vinyl ever is, I bought it soon after, and is Kid Crow by Conan Gray. And I actually bought this like last year of high school or something. I was a massive Conan Gray fan. I have not listened to his music in I wouldn't say a long time, but in a while. And it's not because I stopped liking it, I'm not in the mood for it lately. But it's coming out with an album soon, so I'm going to for sure listen to that. But yeah, if you're like an OG on the channel, which is like only 30 people are or something, and they are mostly my friends and my friends' parents, but you might remember how I went to Madrid and like I vlogged the entire situation. That was my first time going to Madrid for a concert, and I went for like 2 days, and then I spent the day around. That's also like my first vlog in the channel or something like that, or like, anyway, this from like that time. I am very excited to listen to the album that he's coming up with, mostly because there are so many artists coming up with the albums in August. Like, what's up with that? Like, because it's not only Conan Gray, it's also Lofi, and it's also Sabrina Carpenter. I mean, I'm fine because they are feeding me, but you could have fed me before the summer, because at this point I'm regressing and listening to 5 Seconds of Summer every day of my life. Now, the design for this one is also very, very pretty, and I love the smokiness. And well, the next vinyl that I got it secondhand. I got it in a secondhand store in Brussels, and the story about this one is actually quite funny, because I actually love this band. Like, I listen to them pretty much every day of my life. Not every day, but like every time I drive, I mainly like, I have a preference for playing their songs. And also basically I play their songs like every time, like when I'm journaling, when I'm drawing, when I'm doing something else, I just play them in the background. I really think that they are a really good band to have at all times in the background. I mean, I also listen to them sometimes consciously, just like walking around and listen to them. But we have Fleetwood Mac, and this is Rumors by Fleetwood Mac, and I actually found this vinyl in a secondhand store in Brussels, as I said. And well, what happened was that I actually, like, I was hunting this vinyl down. Like, I was trying to find it secondhand, because like I cannot afford to buy vinyls or anything in my life, actually. I'm like very broke right now, but I decided to buy this one secondhand. Once I bought it, I realized that I could not bring it back to Ireland with me, because I only went there with a backpack. Like, technically I could have brought it with me in my backpack, like just carrying them in my hands in the plane, but I didn't want to, I think. Or I don't know, I didn't feel right. I felt like they were concerned about the security of this vinyl, and then also about how I would make it arrive home later on, like at the end of the year, because in Ireland they didn't have my record player anyway. So my lovely friend Isaro, she actually took the vinyl for me and brought it back home to Bilbao, and then she kept it for me the entire year until I came back, and then she gave it to me. And the price of it was 15 euro. I am actually very, very proud about this purchase. Like, 15 euro. And in theory it was 15 euro because it does have a like murmur thing. I can, like, you can hear it, right? Like, it's there. It's not like it's not hearable. Regardless, like, it's still in a very, very brilliant condition, and actually, like, I don't mind that much about it. Like, that's the vibe. I don't know, I'm not that picky about like music quality, stuff like that, but yeah, that's the vibe. I am very, very happy about this vinyl. Now, I think this is the last vinyl that I bought, but also I could be wrong. Like, not gonna lie, I have some kind of a niche, because I have the feeling that I'm forgetting showing you one vinyl, but like also at the same time, this is what I have in the pile. So like, where is the other one if I'm forgetting to show you the vinyl? Like, it cannot be that I'm forgetting, because there's no vinyl to show. Maybe it appears at the end of the video and I also say, this one is the one. Or maybe it's just an imaginary vinyl. So this one is the last one, which is 1989 by Taylor Swift, and I got this one also when I was in Ireland, which not a smart purchase, but also yes, a smart purchase, because I got this one discounted, very discounted. It was actually around the time we came out, and I was in Ireland with my friend Isaro, and we were walking around the city, and there was this souvenir shop that like inside was a record player. So basically in the outside they had like keychains of Go Away, t-shirts of Go Away, magnets and stuff like that, all those things that like usually stores have, like tourist stores, tourist shops have, t-shirts, everything. And then I went inside and there was like a full-on record shop. They had everything and I was like, oh boy. And then I started looking around and I found this one, and it was actually very, very discounted for no reason, because it was like right when it came out or something, and it had like an insane discount, I remember. And I was like, okay, actually I kind of have to get it. And then I had to like bring it back, so like I had to ship it back with all my things, and I was very concerned about it breaking. It didn't break. I tested it. Like the moment it arrived, I was like, okay, let's test this. And yeah, this one doesn't have like a cool pattern or anything. It just has a cool puller. I just quite literally felt a strand of hair breaking, so I'm going to retie my hair. Give me one sec. Okay, so now we're going to go into my brother's albums, and actually I'm going to start with him, mainly not because I listen to them more. Actually, like when I asked him if I could use his albums to show them in a video, because I was going to make a video, he was like, no. I mean, he did let me the albums, but then he said that if I were to break any of them, I would have to pay them double and I don't know what. And I was like, how am I supposed to break them when I'm just showing them? Like, I'm literally just showing them to the camera. He was like, I don't care. You pay for them. And I'm like, okay, whatever you say. So we're getting into his albums mainly because they are modern music, so like also like popular music from right now. And basically like we keep going to what's popular right now, and then I'm going to go towards what was my mom's or my grandma's. Actually, some of them are very, very old, so I'm suspecting that they might have been my grandma's. So my brother has 2 Taylor Swift albums. He has, on the one hand, Midnights by Taylor Swift, and I was actually very, very mad when he bought this one. I was not mad per se. When he got this one, I was like, oh, actually I wanted to buy it, but now you bought it and we live in the same house, so it doesn't make sense for me to buy it too. And now he does have another Taylor Swift album that I am actually going to show you, but I mean, it's the 30 Parts Department. This one I didn't want to buy myself, so I'm fine with him buying. Not because I didn't like it. Like, there were songs that I did love. For example, The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived, Clarabo I loved instantly. Like, the moment she came up with the album, I was like, oh, Clarabo is my favorite song. And The Alchemy, stuff like that. But basically, I've been singing those songs for like at least like the summer when I came, like last summer when I came back from Ireland, I was singing them like constantly. And my best friend Maialen, who does not like Taylor Swift, she was like, shut up, just shut up. Like, she reached a breaking point. She was like, just shut up. I did not like this. I mean, I did not want this album that much, so I was okay with him buying it. I don't care that much. But yeah, you might have noticed that we are a Taylor Swift loving household, and that's why we actually went to a concert together, my brother and I. And now on to the one that I'm actually honestly jealous of, and that is Fruitcake by Sabrina Carpenter. I'm actually like a very, very big fan of Sabrina Carpenter. Like, I listen to her music a lot. Fruitcake is not my favorite album because it's like seasonal and stuff, and I'm not that much of a Christmassy person. Like, I'm not a Christmas hater, I'm not a Grinch here, but I'm also not like someone who will buy everything Christmas themed. I'm not going to wear Christmas pajamas on Christmas. Just, I'm not in the mood for that. I'm not the person who would do that. But yeah, nothing wrong with if you like it. I'm not that person. But I love Sabrina, and I actually really think that this album and like how it looks in general, it's very, very pretty, and I think it's very, very worth it, and I am actually regretting that he got it before me. So the inside of the album, once again, is plain colors, so it's not that fun. But I guess like there is a little drawing on it that I really like. When I got paid a couple of weeks ago, I was like, oh, actually maybe I should get espresso. Like, not espresso, like short and sweet, the deluxe version by Sabrina Carpenter. And then I was like, okay, actually, do I actually need it? Because I'm moving and I'm not going to take it with me. I don't think it's worth it. Now, lastly, this is like one of my brother's favorite albums, and it's Guts by Olivia Rodrigo. And he loves Olivia Rodrigo like so much. For me, it's a little bit more okay. I like some songs. I really like some songs, but in general, I'm not passionate about her. I don't know how to say it, like how to express it. But yeah, I like her music. I like some songs. I add some songs to my playlist or my CDs or stuff. Like, I would not buy, to be fair, like I honestly would not buy a full album by her. But well, my brother likes it, so to each their own. Which this album might justify, but we are going to get into another one very, very soon. My brother getting the Olivia Rodrigo album, fine, okay, that's good. If he likes it, that's it, fine. Now, there is one thing that I'm not going to justify, and it's his purchase of this Ariana Grande album. Now, no hate to Ariana, but like for my brother, this is the equivalent of getting a La Bonus, which actually he hasn't gotten La Bonus yet, but he has gotten like all these figurines, like and I mean they are kind of cute, but also like how much money do you spend in those things? Like a lot. Like, I don't want to say that I am over like consumerism or any of this. Like, I do impulse buy notebooks, I do impulse buy like some certain things. Like, I do impulse buy, I don't know, pens, art materials, books. But like those are still like useful things. Like figurines, I don't understand. So this album by Ariana Grande for us, like for him, is like version of like Le Boubou in album. Why? because he does not listen to Ariana Grande. He has never listened to Ariana Grande. I don't listen to Ariana Grande. No one in this household listens to Ariana Grande. But apparently, he listened to this and he liked it and he bought it and he hasn't listened to it since. So what was the point? Honestly, like I would put my hand on the fire. He has not listened to this album at all since he bought it. And so that was like the long part of this video, but I'm already like half an hour in to recording this, so I'm going to get a little bit faster now. On to the faster part of this video, we actually have my mom's albums. So I'm not going to open them and show you all the vinyls. We're going to start mainly with movie things. So I have like several like movie / musical band situations. First one, Dirty Dancing, and this is the first one mainly because it's the one that I listen to the most. And basically with my mom's albums, it was the moment that I got my record player. My mom took me to the garage / storage room that we have, and she showed me the pile of vinyls that she had from when she was young and from the time when vinyls were actually like a necessity and not just something cool and nostalgic. She showed me the pile of vinyls and she was like, you can choose whatever you want. And these are the ones that called my attention. There are more, and in the future I'd like to like look for them again. Anyway, first up, Dirty Dancing, which is actually the first vinyl that I played in my record player. Since then I've also played it a lot like on the background. Like I've watched the movie of Dirty Dancing but like years and years and years ago, so I think I should rewatch it actually. This is calls for a rewatch. Now the next one that we have here is West Side Story, and for me it's very, very fun to think that like this was probably like not produced, like of course not, like the songs were not sung in Spain or anything, but it was manufactured in Spain and for Spanish people in mind, because it literally says Banda Sonora Original. Like it has like the songs, I'm assuming they're in English, but everything is in Spanish for this album, which is something that I found very, very cute. Like that even at that time they translated everything to Spanish. Like to this day they still to translate stuff to Spanish, but like not this heavy-handed. Then we have this one is kind of like appropriate right now with the current movie that came out, but we have Let's All Dance with Super Friends, and you have Superman in there. Honestly, I have not asked, and you shouldn't ask either where this came from. I don't have much to say about it. I don't think I've ever listened to this one actually, but I think that I'm going to now. I'm going to, honestly, like the moment that I finish recording this, while I'm passing everything onto my computer again, I'm just going to play this. But yeah, still keeping this movie themed moment, we also have Grease. My mom actually loves the movie Grease. Like her and my aunt watched it a lot, and like they were also like, when they knew that I didn't watch it, they were like, oh, you have to watch it, and basically they pressured me until I watched it, and I watched it years ago. At this point I should watch it again. So Grease, I also like these ones I listen to like sporadically, except the Super Friends one and this one that I have not listened to ever, but like I have it, so I'm going to show you. And it's The Wizard of Oz, also the music of the movie of The Wizard of Oz. I don't think I've seen this version of The Wizard of Oz, even like the movie even. Like when I found it, apparently like it piqued my interest and I was like, oh, actually let's take it home with me. So here it is. Now these are just normal vinyls of like music that my mom used to listen to a lot and used to enjoy. I do not have all of them, mainly because I vividly remember that there was a lot of Bruce Springsteen and Elton John albums, because she loved Elton John and Bruce Springsteen. But I have the ones that at the time, to my 15-year-old mind or 16-year-old mind, sound good. So we have first off American Pie, and yeah, like I mean, right now on TikTok, yes, you hear it more, but like at the time, like I didn't have TikTok. Like TikTok was not what it is now. To be fair, I was like trying to be cool, but I'm not a cool person. Now we have two albums by the Beatles. I mean, one is an album, one is the 20 greatest hits of the Beatles. And so we have Help, or as you can see, Socorro. I love this shit. Like you cannot make this shit up. Like, and it even has like, it's not only the fact that the title is translated, which it's in itself, it's already like a choice, but also like it has all the titles of all the songs in this album translated. Like literally, You're Going to Lose That Girl, La Chica Perderás. You Like Me Too Much, Me Amas Mucho. I just honestly, like, for me, translations of like songs like can go two ways. Either it's a like very, very exact translation, in which case for me it's super goofy. I cannot deal with it. And then it's not an exact translation, but it's a perfect translation, like in the sense of like playing with the words, stuff like that. And in that case, I will complain about how it's not an exact translation. Because I'm a hater. Move on. And this is the 20 greatest hits by the Beatles. So basically, the ones that were considered at the time and when this was produced, when was this produced? In 1982. The ones that were considered to be the greatest hits by the Beatles is like, these albums are still albums that I kind of listen to. But now we get to the ones that are my grandma's. And like, I mean, I am saying that it was my grandma's because it's like from 1956. And it's Frank Sinatra. Okay, no, actually, this was in 1981, which that's why I think is my grandma's, because like my mom was 11 at the time, like she was not listening to Frank Sinatra. I've never in my life listened to that one. I don't even know if it works anymore. And then we have two, because why just get one when you can get two? We have two of Elvis Presley's greatest hit or number one hits. So we have this one, which is number one hit. But then we have Elvis Presley's all-time greatest hits. Grandma, what's up with this? So yeah, I do think these ones are my grandma's. Like technically my mom would be 17, so she could have been old enough to get these ones. But I think they are my grandma's. My mom used to like a different kind of music, I think. Maybe I don't know my mom that well. Now, this is another one that I have not listened to at all. Like Elvis Presley I've listened to, Frank Sinatra, not gonna lie, I know. The Beatles I listened to. The Wizard of Oz, no. And this one by Elton John, also no. This is the very best of Elton John, but I honestly have like several albums by Elton John in the garage because she liked Elton John. But I was like, okay, I'm not going to get every single album by Elton John because I kid you not, like half of them were Elton John. But I'm going to get this one, just this one, and so that I can listen to the greatest hits, and if I like them, I can come back for the rest. And I never listened to it, so the rest are still rotting in the garage. One I full on brought home because of how the cover looked, and it's Flowers in the Dirt by Paul McCartney. And I honestly, the only reason why this looked good to me at the time was because it looked a lot like Sign of the Times by Harry Styles. I honestly forgot how to pronounce that right now. But yeah, it also looked a lot like it. I don't know, maybe it's just the motive of the flowers is more common than I think so, but like it looks a little bit like the flowers in the tub. No, maybe. But yeah, that's like the only reason I got it at the time, and I've listened to it a couple of times, so it's good. And now that we're done with all the vinyls, we are transitioning towards the CDs that I have. And I honestly don't have that many CDs because I started listening to CDs pretty recently. It is not a thing that I've been doing for a while. And this is mainly because I started driving like 3 months ago. I don't know. I don't remember when I got my license, in March or something. But yeah, I started driving not that long ago. And so when I started driving in my car, it still is like works with CD. And so what I have is my car to listen to this, and then I also have this, which is a Discman, and I got this secondhand in like a store in Bilbao, and it was like €11 or like €10 or something like that, and it's in perfect working condition. It literally works perfectly. And then I bought one album that is Speak Now, Taylor's version, not Taylor's version, but Taylor's original version, which is now Taylor's version again. Do you remember like the statistics of like the day after Taylor announced that like all her original albums were back to being hers, and then this song or like this album was like sold a lot? I contributed to that statistic. Like this was honestly an impulse purchase that happened like right at that moment, and it's mainly because I love this album, like the album itself I love. And then we also have 4 CDs that I haven't purchased. I technically burned them myself. Now, okay, this is the part of the video when we get into this point. I do not want to condone piracy, okay? I am not going to sit here and tell you that piracy is right. I am not going to sit here and tell you that like, oh, if buying is not owning, then piracy is okay. It's a way of seeing things. Is the system good? No. Like the system is actually horrible right now. But the artists are not at fault for their system. They have to live in. So if I really like an artist and I can afford it, I will get their music. I'll get their show. I will get whatever. If there's something that I honestly really, really like, I will get it. And I'll support the artist and I'll contribute. But I'm also a student, and it kind of sits wrong with me how expensive culture has gotten. Like not only concerts, which they are already pretty expensive, but also like books in Spain costing more than €20, when like in Britain you can get them from like £1 or £2, or vinyls and music costing like €30 to €40, anywhere around that mark. Like it is crazy to me, and it's not wrong, I guess, if like all the profits went to the artist, but also at the same time, I cannot afford that. I'm a student and I cannot afford that. And what? I'm supposed to just like listen to like the shitty Spotify ads that kept getting worse and worse and worse because they keep putting more. And at some point, like at first you only got one ad like every few songs, and now you get one ad every other song, and at least you get like 3 ads in a row. Like even Amazon Prime Video now has like an Amazon Prime Video premium thing because the Amazon Prime Video has ads now. And I've got Amazon Prime Video because like my dad has it for like Amazon Prime for like parcels and stuff, and it came together at the time. And now you have to kind of like pay for a premium. Yeah, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that piracy is right, that you should pirate everything. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, going over that, these are CDs that I burned, and I still have more CDs to burn at some point, but I don't have the machine to burn them. My boyfriend has it. So these are the ones that I burned last time when I went to his house, and I brought the CDs and we burned them with his computer and with his thingy. First off, we have Fleetwood Mac & Co. And basically, this is Fleetwood Mac because I wanted to listen to it in the car. My boyfriend was like, okay, bet, let's burn a CD. And then it's also like a couple of songs or like a couple of artists that sound a little bit similar, Stevie Nicks and stuff like that. Another one that I have here is Brat and I titled it Brat in the Car. I love the album Brat by Charlie XCX, and yeah, I know I'm late for this. I know that like last summer was Brat summer. Last summer I actually did not love it. It has grown into me though. It has, I like it more. Like I started listening to it in January, and since January like it has just grown on me. But I don't feel like it's right to get this one on vinyl. Like Brat is not as like an album that you listen to in vinyl. You listen to it in a CD. And it also has some songs by Addison Rae from the new album, like Famous Again and stuff like that. And also a song by Lexi Liu, FFFF, I think it is. So it has a little bit of everything. And then I have another one which is everything. I don't even know if you can read this one, but this one is basically 5 Seconds of Summer, Gracie Abrams, Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter, One Direction crossover of everything and put it in a CD of like songs that I like from all of them. And the last one, this one is my favorite for sentimental reasons, not because like the music here is the best or anything. I mean, even though the music here is good, but it's Our Love Child. And why do we call this Our Love Child? So as I said, we recorded this, like we burned this with my boyfriend, and well, he is German Polish and I am Basque. So this CD has German and Basque songs in it. So it's just a mix of like German songs and Basque songs and all together like mixed into one. And I really liked it because, well, Basque music is something that I've been listening to since I was very, very young, right? Like it's the music of my childhood mainly. I don't listen to it that much as an adult. When you go to a party, whatever, you listen to it, but like you don't really listen to it. But last year when I was in Ireland, I did start listening to it here and there. Like I was just in the mood for it because I was just living away from home and nostalgia and everything for your roots. So this was the end of today's video. As I said, this might be the last video that I end up recording in this room. So hopefully very, very soon we will see each other again because I have a move. I have videos to edit. I do have content that might be coming, but I don't know at what point it will be. Hopefully soon though. If I get like, if this video does good, I'm not gonna lie, I'll get like the energy to do it. But regardless, I want to announce that we are already 300 subscribers and I am very, very happy about that. I don't know why, but like for me 300 has become like a mental goal, mainly because like YouTubers have always hit like past 300 subscribers, like it gets better, like you're like the amount of people that your videos are pushed to, it gets better, stuff like that. I don't know about that. So happy for 300 subscribers that we have already reached that goal, and we'll see if it gets better. If not, well, I'll keep doing this because I love talking and I love talking to you guys. Anyway, as I said, this is the end of today's video. We will probably see each other very, very soon. If you like this video, you might consider subscribing because it is not much for me when I make my day. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.